What's up, everybody? Today we're going to be talking about having the right people in your life, which is very important if you want to have success, really in anything. Successful relationships, success with just knowing yourself, success spiritually, success financially. You got to have the right people around you. And before we get into that, if you have not seen the first video in this series, stop. Go check it out, because it's important that you understand the mindset you need to have in order to become economically successful. All right, so with that said, let's get into this video, which is having the right people in your life. And this will be a very short video, but when you have the wrong people in your life, they will never truly encourage you to move forward. I think one of the worst things you can have in your life are yes men. And if you don't know what a yes man is, it's just a person that is always agreeing with you and encourages you to do whatever it is you think is right. They'll never challenge you. They'll never stand up and actually get you to provoke, or they'll never provoke thought within yourself to really ask yourself the question, is this the right move for me? And secretly, they're laughing at you behind their back. They're moochers, they're coattail riders, you know, and when you fail, they're generally nowhere to be found, right? You don't want those people. And if you are watching this and you have like a big following, I saw something the other day where somebody was saying that they didn't like fans, but they like supporters, because fans, that word fan is not a positive word. It's fanatics. Fan is short for fanatic. Fanatics are crazy. That is like the definition of a fanatic. They are crazy. And you don't want fans, because fans are selfish. Fans want you to do what they think is right for you to do, right? Fans just want you to entertain them. They don't really care about your growth. They might care about how you can help them, but they don't care anything about you. That's not a fan. A supporter looks for a win-win type of situation. So I thought that was cool. So if you're watching this, you got a bunch of fans, man, look, if you're a YouTuber specifically, or whatever you do always what's in your heart, what makes you feel joy, what allows you to be able to sleep at night despite what people think, because those people are not healthy for you. But if you aren't famous or have a big following or anything like that, and you are like most of us, you still got to watch the people that are around. So I have 3 things that you can use to identify people who are good for you. The first thing is they're honest. Now, this is a very hard thing to find, but you want to make sure the people you keep in your corner, in your little circle, are honest with you. Honest to point where they are not trying to hurt your feelings, but if it will help you, they will tell you something that they know will upset you. That's the level of honesty that you want. You want someone you can trust. All right, so you want someone that's honest. You also want something, honest and trustworthiness go hand in hand. If someone says that they're going to do something, they do it 99.9% of the time. And if they aren't able to do it, they'll give you a heads up. Like if they say, hey, I'm going to come, you know, bring something to you, or I'm going to come see you at 3 o'clock, and it's getting close to 3 o'clock, and they know they're not going to make it, they'll call you and say, hey, I'm not going to make it at 3 o'clock. It's looking like it'll be 3:30, 4 o'clock, whatever. Those are the type of people you want in your life. People you can rely on when you need it. Number 2, they're supportive. Truly supportive. If you have a new endeavor, they'll sit down and help you think it through. If you have a new idea, if you wanted to write a book or whatever, they'll sit down and help you really count the cost of what is required to write that book, or help throw ideas out there for you. In their spare time, don't use people, but in their spare time, they'll help you. And when that book drops, they're going to be first in line to get the ebook, or, you know, proofread it for you, whatever. They're supportive. They support you. And the third thing is they won't enable you. They're not the yes man that I was talking about in the beginning of the video. They're not going to see that you have a habit that is harming you and, you know, enable that habit. Like if they know you spend too much time on social media and they see you on it when you could be working, they'll say, yo, don't you think you've been on there too long? Or maybe you should cut that out. Or if you're going to be on there, maybe find a way to utilize it for your business or something like that. That's someone that you need in your corner. So with those three things, I mean, let me know what you think. Do you have anybody in your circle that fits that criteria? If so, you got a winner, all right? And for those of you that don't have anybody that fit that criteria, that's okay, because I didn't have it either for a long time. You want to know your biggest supporter then, the person you can best rely on? You, all right? And there's nothing wrong with being alone. In fact, when the years where I was alone in my life were some of my most, I won't say productive, but it was productive, especially preparing myself for my economic success and my entrepreneurial endeavors later on. I've always been an entrepreneur, but when I was alone, it was a lot of failing and a lot of learning, but I was able to move really fast because I had nobody around me to hold me back. So with that said, I hope this video was helpful, and I will see you guys next time.
You know, the people you surround yourself with have a phenomenal impact on your life. I think it was Carl Menninger from the Menninger Foundation one time said, environment is more important than heredity. The people we're surrounded by have a greater bearing on our life and our success in life than what's built into the genes at birth. There's genetic conditioning, there's environmental conditioning. Well, this environmental conditioning goes on all the way through life. You will find as you improve the quality of your life, improve your thinking, you're going to attract a different group of people into your life. And they are going to add to your life. See, the people we're surrounded by, their thinking is going right into our mind. We want to mix with people who are really making it happen. Many years ago, many years ago, I started to read Think and Grow Rich. And I started to follow the direction of one person. His name was Raymond Douglas Stanford. And I did exactly what Ray told me. Do you know what happened? I started to mix with other people like Ray. I started to mix with more successful people. I found my income started to go up. I was a happier person. I enjoyed being with the people more. You want to be with people who are not complaining, who are always thinking creatively, who have big goals, who will help you, pick you up. The people you're surrounded with have a phenomenal bearing on where you're going. Take a look at your 5 people that you're with most often and ask yourself, if I have children, would I want them to grow up be like them? If the answer is no, you better start looking for some new friends. If the answer is yes, you're already in the right circle of people.
People don't always like you, and they're not always happy for you. And if you surround yourself with people who are not accustomed to your success, they become fearful, they become scared, because you are reflecting back something to them that they don't recognize. Now, they're not going to say, you know, I'm very fearful, because you're reflecting back to me something I don't recognize. They're going to say, you know what they're going to say? They're going to say, who she thinks she is. Who she thinks she is. That only happens when you are around people who do not mean and want and aspire to the best for you. People who want the best for you want you to be your best. So my greatest advice to you is to surround yourself with people who are going to fill your cup until your cup runneth over. So when people say you're so full of yourself, you can say, yeah. Yes, I'm full. I'm so full, my cup runneth over. And to know that once your cup runneth over, you cannot spend your life with your gallon-size offerings, offering them to pint-sized people. You have got to surround yourself with gallon-sized people who can hang in the same company with you so that you're not offering your gallons to those little pints out there who can't hold it anyway.
Here's a big one. If you're not feeling it, find new friends. I'm being dead serious about this. This one is real big for me. Who you hang out with is a huge deal. And again, these are all tried and true things, right? We've heard you're the whatever of the 5 friends you spent, like, that's real. That one, put in the bank. Like, if you're not feeling it, you need to go to meetup.com and go to 10 meetups of people that are hungry. Like, it's unbelievable what happened to me when I got into the Silicon Valley world and started meeting like Mark Zuckerberg and like Ev Williams and like Travis. Like, it changed my life. This town, actually, it's fun for me to tell this story here. South by Southwest 2007 changed my life because I hung out. I forced myself to go to a Web 2.0, which later became social media, the current state of the internet conference, South by Southwest. And I was looking at all these kids, and by the way, this is when tech wasn't cool, straight nerds, but they were trying to change. They weren't here for kicks and giggles. They weren't here to hook up. They were here to like change the world. Like, I'm gonna build a product that is gonna be in every single person's hand. Like, and they have. Like, the Twitters and the Facebooks and the Ubers, they did. And it was the biggest impact of my career. And it's something I think a lot about now. So anyway, real practical. If you feel motivated by this conversation or you're intrigued by it, add one new winner friend. Like, you know what I mean? Add one new winner friend and cut one loser friend. Like, yeah, I know he's been your boy since 4th grade, but he sits at home and smokes weed and plays 2K all day. Like, you can only love him so much. Go home, cut your loser friend, and go find a winner friend. Go somewhere, like go to meetup.com, go to a Facebook group, join some, DM the 800 people that you think make sure they're not they're like doing what you want, and just make one new friend. I see it, like D-Rock, like he's right, like it's unbelievable to watch my team, like they get faster, they get smarter, they get more confident, right? It's real, man, it's real. Confidence and like hunger gets passed on to each other. Like, go audit your circle, add one more winner, decrease one more loser.